Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I don't apologize this time for coming before you because it's urgent to me that you receive your freedom. It is very important to me that you receive your freedom because being denied your freedom tears into my freedom. And I want to be as free as free. I want to be as free as free. And in order for me to be able to be that, you must be as free as free. What I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, is this. In your freedom, it's tied up in you knowing the truth. The truth is this. The earth is something else. Fantastic. And all living things are something else. Fantastic. And you, included in that number, are absolutely fantastic. And being put here on this earth from the first person, however got here, from that first person, and all the people that have ever lived on this earth, and throughout time, as if there's ever a time when there are no other people, each one has an inheritance in all that is life. Each one, this is theirs, given to them by the maker of them. So each one owns everything that's in the earth. Each one owns every capability, possibility that's in the earth. And yet, as an individual, you can only do so much. But the much that you can do as an individual, if it's put on the right path, it is unlimited. This is in pursuant to life. So each individual owns everything. And when they work together, and this is what it's all about, it's set up when you come into the world beyond the one and the two. You're being taken care of. Your air and oxygen and all those things that's given beyond the powers of you or them, so like we call it God. But beyond that, your food, your clothing, your housing, your training, your education, your health care, all of that is given to you. And all you have to do is just be there to suck the bottles, to suck the milk holders, to eat the cornbread and the peas, even though you don't like them. You don't even have to go to the bathroom away from, get up and go any place. You just stay right there. And somebody comes and clean you, take care of you, bathe you, do your hair. Make sure you get wherever you have to go. And wherever they go, most of the time they take you with them. See how much care that is. And this goes throughout your coming into the world until you get to the point where you say, well, I don't want this anymore. Why? Because now you recognize you and your responsibility in the world, your role to play, and you want to do it. And this is what it's all about. You know now how caring is. You've been cared for by your parents. Now you're looking at the whole dead blasted world and all the people on it as though they are your responsibility. Why? Because in their protection and everything that's good for them is great for you. So you come here knowing that the only way that you can protect all of those people and affect all of their lives is to commit yourself to a career that you love going to, that you love contributing to, And that career, my friends, I guarantee you, if you love it, knowing it like that, it plays a part in the billions of things that others are doing in the process of creating what the people have determined are essential, not only for their survival, like food, clothing, shelter, education, and a job, but those wonderful things that expand the imagination, that causes things that weren't to be, and they are. And they benefit all those who desire. In fact, they benefit everybody because everybody in one way or another played a role in its manifestation. Everybody played a role in its manifestation. So whatever is good, it is the benefit. It is the product. See, that's the way I want to live amongst humankind. And I think that everybody should embrace something like that. I might be wrong. I know they don't. And I understand to some degree why they don't. And this is why I'm out here trying to say these things to kind of get you to help re-educate you, to help you change your mind. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I want to contrast what I've just shared with you to what's going on. Last night, or yesterday, some congressmen were practicing or working out on a baseball game they were planning on doing today. Now, today is the 15th of June, 2017. And some shooter came out for one reason or another and decided to start shooting up some people. And he eventually was killed. And all of a sudden, the Congress, the Senate, the House want to come together and say that we might have our different opinions about this and that, but when it comes down to certain things, we are all Americans. And that we should put other things aside and come together so that we can master this situation. And you know, you've heard it from probably every sector of the community. But let's diagnose that a bit. What does that usually mean by history? By things that happened not too far, maybe yesterday or last year. What does that usually mean? It usually means that for a moment in time, these people are going to come together and they're going to contemplate policies, and they're going to debate it, and they're going to choose and accept policy, make rules and regulations and laws that's going to govern what they are projecting is an answer to these problems. But when you look at the result of that, what has really happened is that you, the people, would have given up more of your liberty, more of your basic human rights, under the assumption that what they are suggesting by giving up these rights, that they're going to be able to stop these problems. They're going to be able to stop the killings. They're going to be able to stop the terrorist acts. When you yourselves, if you gave it any thought, know that only thing that this is going to do is increase the terrorist act. It's going to add more people to it, the terrorist act. Why? Because their solutions does not deal with the causes of the problem. What they're basically doing is trying to protect them. They're trying to protect the powers that be. They're trying to protect those that have concluded that the way the system works, it's working fine for them. And they don't really give a heck about the rest of the people. The 99%, they don't give a heck about it. But they're pretending. So they come over and take away your rights. And you submit to it because you don't want to go through the stuff either. And you do. You continue to. And you do this because you still have the mindset of the lesser of two evils. Listen here. Though I believe it was the Senate or the House Investigative Committee were interviewing some people about some major people who have access to some very, very important positions. And they wanted to find out perhaps if some things were going on during the presidential campaign and even after, that was a little illegitimate. And they want to get down to the crux and find out what it is. And these guys who have taken an oath to serve the Constitution of the United States of America, who came into this facility and took another oath that they would tell the truth, the absolute truth, and nothing but the truth. I mean, they took that oath, and then they came in, and when they started being asked certain questions, they refused to answer. They refused to answer on the grounds that they didn't want to answer. And somebody said, well, okay, is the president executing executive privilege? No, that's not happening. Then by what means are you legitimizing your activities? Well, I just don't believe and I just don't think. Now, what they're actually saying, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Now, you be a little smart. What they're actually saying is this. The word is out. They didn't intend for it to get out, but it got out. They have said yes to the president. These people who will not answer, serve the president, do those little special things to help the president out, to help Donald Trump out. These little special things, this is why he says, will you be loyal to me? These people who are saying these kinds of things like Sessions and the current, I believe, FBI director, maybe substituting, whatever, NSA, these guys, apparently they have been put in these positions because they have said loyalty to you, sir. And when they were sitting in those seats, the whole world saw them being loyal to Donald Trump. See, they know that the way they're presenting themselves is a statement of guilt. But what they're counting on is the law as it's set up to say that if you can't dot the I and can't cross the T, it doesn't matter what you know or what you think you know. We're still free. And so they keep championing it right on because the laws were written like that to protect them. And in order to get beyond that, you got to be able to come up with a strategy and understanding deep into that to expose that for what it is. And until you can do that, Donald Trump can tell you I can walk into the middle of the street and kill somebody, they'll still hug me. He didn't. That's not verbatim, but that's what it means. They'll still love me. I can stand up and tell them I'm going to do this, and when I don't do it, they still love me. I tell them I'm going to do this, and when I don't do it, they're going to blame somebody else for it not happening. I'm still riding the horse. And see, they're only doing that. He's only saying that because that's the way every president has been treated. That same kind of way. Get a pass. Get a pass. What do you think them not having to worry about health care any longer? What do you think about them not having to worry about a pension plan any longer for the rest of their lives? What do you think about that? Look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. You don't have it. How in the hell could you give them that protection and not give it to yourselves? You gotta be out of your mind. But that's the way it is. And being out of your mind, that can happen. The thing of it is, can you wake up? And when you wake up, that means doing something about it. Now, okay, maybe I did that already. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that'll do it for now. Bye-bye.